Basically, there are immune cells that have enzymes that can process the polyunsaturated fatty acids that we take in through the diet, turn them into bioactive lipids that either trigger inflammation and turn it on and say, come over here and do the inflammation stuff, immune system. And then on the flip side, they can also, with the omega-3s, turn it off and say, okay, the job is done. When those signals are out of balance and there's too much omega-6 relative to omega-3, which is the situation of the modern human diet, right? We eat a lot of omega-6s because those are plentiful in the food supply because we've got seed oils and processed foods and all of that. And they are out of proportion relative to the omega-3s. And if you have, say, a situation where you've got, say, 10 to 1, 20 to 1, 30 to 1 omega-6 to omega-3, then you're going to have a lot more of those turn-on inflammation signals that form relative to the turn-off inflammation signals. And that's essentially going to bias the immune system to be overactive or to overextend when and where it's active.
Now, if we talk about how this is dysregulated and the ratio, now the ratio based on the variety of preclinical studies, when the ratio is 1:1, omega-3 to omega-6, or 1:4, then we have a more better outcome. So when we talk about the ratio, at the same time, how their metabolism is impacting, even the person is taking a perfect ratio of omega-3 and omega-6, but not necessarily is going to heal in the right direction because other two components are imbalanced, which are necessary for the immune system activation.
So everything that you've told me about the research you do and what's in the literature on this, balancing the pro-inflammation and the resolving side of inflammation, fits with what I've heard people say anecdotally and what makes sense, at least conceptually, which is that if you have a balanced omega-6, omega-3 ratio, which for most people is going to mean cutting way back on omega-6s from seed oils and processed foods, that's going to take time to play out to actually. But what I hear from people that have commented on this topic is that when they cut out seed oils and processed foods, eventually they said, they recover from things like injury faster.